And welcome to Benchmonster TV.
I'm Ashley Lynn Condre.
And I am the Bench Monster.
Thank you for joining us this week. Hope you're all having a great week so far.
Hope our volume is good to go. I understand last week it was a little low and we were hard to hear, so I went in and cranked it up a little bit. So hopefully it's not blowing you out of the water. I think we're pretty good. We're in the green, so that's good, right?
That's good.
Yeah.
I like green.
So anyway, what's going on today? Let's talk about my my shark tooth here real quick. I decided to wear this today.
My parents got that for you.
Is it a great
Hawaii,
white?
I think.
I wore it.
Sure.
I wore it in Walmart one night, and somebody walked up to me and said, "I feel sorry for the shark." Yeah, like I punched his tooth out or something. So, but it looks cool. It's kind of it's kind of hardcore.
Cool. It's a nice souvenir.
So this is this little tooth, but
Yeah.
anyway.
It's cool.
So I'm a little upset.
Why are you upset?
Well, I was at the gym today, and I don't know if you noticed, but one of the managers of the gym, or friend of the gym manager person, came over to me, and he said he wanted me to throw him up in the air like a baby and catch him. And I wasn't in the mood because I was working with a client, and so I decided to pick him up. I was going to throw him in the air, and I said, I'm going to throw you in the air. I'm going to just let you hit the ground. And he's 190 pounds. Anyway, I went over like this. I picked him up, had him up in the air. And then as I began to throw him up, his phone came out of his pocket, change was falling out of his pocket, and then I twanged my shoulder.
Well, that wasn't very smart.
No, so, well, I think I'll be all right,
And
though.
he's not a gym manager. He doesn't.
He doesn't have nothing to do with it? No?
Not, no.
Okay, well, he irked me, and I was going to throw him up to the ceiling and just walk away. That was my plan. But, yeah, so got a little twangy thing going on, but I don't know. So
Well, that was smooth.
yeah, well, you never know what I'm going to do at the gym. I always try to do something chaotic and fun and try to entertain people.
How'd that work out for you?
It didn't work out good. Now I got a speed bench tomorrow, and I'm hoping that it's better by tomorrow. But I'm kind of bulletproof. I don't think it's nothing. So, but anyway, so it's 100 degrees outside. It's very hot.
It's nice.
It's really
I
disgusting.
thought it was supposed to be a little cooler today. I thought it was supposed to be in the 90s.
95 is cooler than 105. I
Then
guess.
105, yeah.
Yeah, a little too warm for me. I mean,
I know.
but what do you do? It's the heat of the summer, and it looks like the next 10 days is going to be over 100 degrees anyway. So, but let's move on. We got a lot to talk about, and special guests next week that we'll talk about at the end of our spiel here. And looking forward to next week. It's gonna be great.
Got some good stuff for next week.
Yeah.
You're gonna like it.
Yeah. So let's start out. I understand you have a few lifters you want to spotlight real quick.
Yes.
Okay. Well, who do we have first?
I'm not sure what
Mello.
video you're playing first. I was just gonna say I think it's Daniela Mello.
Daniela Mello. Well, let's check her out.
It's either Danielle or Daniela.
Okay. Let's go ahead and play her video real quick.
Okay. She is in the 84 kilo weight class, so 185 pounds. I believe she only started competing in 2016, I believe. So hasn't been doing it for very long, but she's unstoppable. Absolutely amazing. In 2018, she hit a world record in the 84 kilogram weight class and also won IPF Worlds. She's one of the few, if not the only, female to hit a 600 kilogram raw total in the tested division. This makes her the best 84 kilo lifter to lift in a tested organization. Very impressive lifter. Those are some amazing lifts.
You know her age? She a young lady?
I think she's 21. I know I was reading it when she was 18. She was deadlifting 480 pounds.
A lot of young lifters doing crazy
Amazing
things. I have an individual that I'm going to talk about later in here, and he's 25 years old, and I didn't know anything about him until I saw him on Facebook, and then I did a little research on him, and geez, man.
It's amazing what some of these younger kids
When I was 25 or 21, I wasn't even close to what some of these younger people are doing these days, which it's crazy to see how human beings are evolving and getting stronger. Priscilla. Who's she?
Are you going to play her video?
I'm going to play her video, yeah. Bavoil.
Bavoil. She's a French lifter, so she's lifting out of France. Her total is 1133,
Jesus.
giving her a 552 Wilks. I think she's only been competing since 2017.
I like her bench press here. She takes the bar out herself and head back, chest up, and pushes the bar in a straight line.
I love her face as she finishes. Watch.
Look at that. Head back in the bench and chest up. Yeah, I like that. I watched that a few times.
Quite a night. This deadlift doesn't even look that hard.
Well, it's
She
more
had
than I
in
can
the
do.
tank. Well,
That's why I don't like all these women that you post, because they're all stronger than me in the deadlift. It's not funny.
it's amazing. I mean, it's just amazing how strong females are getting. There's a lot of strong chicks out there, man.
And what federation is she? IPF, something like that, or?
So
Okay.
I believe so.
So I have an individual that I saw on Facebook, and I was very impressed with what I saw. His name is Andre Konoval, and people may have seen this, but you know, when I see crazy lifts, you know, I just want to talk about him. So this guy's here squatting 1083, and really good depth, really good form, and unbelievable, man. I guess single ply probably, but I don't give a shit. I mean, that's an impressive individual. Yeah.
Very nice.
1083 makes it look like nothing. And sticking with the squat, you know, let's move into Nathan Baptist. This I'm not familiar with the man, but somebody emailed me and said, "Hey, did you check this guy out?" And Jesus, man, I mean, this guy here he's squatting 1287, and he's a big man, probably in the 400-pound range, but still, very impressive individual here. 1,287 pounds, and yeah, hats off to this man.
Nice.
Yeah, very impressive.
This is a strong dude.
I don't know what his bench press is. I don't know what his deadlift is, but when you got a 1287 squat, you know, wow, yeah, crazy.
Very impressive.
Now this next guy, one of my friends on Facebook, I think, emailed me this. Jamal Browner. Everybody probably knows him, but I don't. 25-year-old man, and great 3-lift lifter. I watched some of his videos today. Squats. I think he's a raw lifter, I believe. Squats a house, but deadlift. You know, I think he pulls here a 971 in a meet. I don't know if it's what type of record it is, highest deadlift in a 3-lift. I don't know, but the way he pulls it 971, it's just like an empty bar. I mean, he did 1,000 in training.
Kilos.
He did 1,000 in training, and then this was at a meet, and very effortless pull. He pulls like I would pull. I think he double overhand. This kid's 25 years old. I think 275, and volume's really low.
Quick sound check.
Okay, maybe got the volume turned down for some reason. Sorry about that. Yeah, 971 like an empty bar. So sorry about the sound check there. Still rookies at this. Kind of embarrassing. I don't know why every time I press a button, my volume goes this way, my volume goes that way. And,
well, last week we were talking about how we were starting to figure out the kinks and stuff, and then our show ended quickly due to technical difficulties.
I didn't have the camera plugged into the constant power, so the battery went dead. So, man, sorry about that.
We're still learning.
We're still learning. And then, let's see. Let's move on to today's workout. I was working with a young man who expressed interest in what I do, and he wanted to train the West Side Method. He's never used bands before. What has he done? A bodybuilding show? He's a 25-year-old kid. He's got potential. He just needs guidance and programming. But he wants to be a part of the chaotic things that we do in the gym with the West Side Method and squat, deadlift. And he just wants to get bigger. He told me that he has sleep apnea, and so I made him go out and get a CPAP machine, which he got today. So I don't think he'll have anything holding him back now, because having sleep apnea is one of those things that can really deprive you of making any gains. I know for a fact, and I've actually have 4 CPAP machines now. So, but this is just a sample of what I put him through today. I try to kill him basically. I want him to feel pain, and I want him to suffer a little bit, and it's fun, but it's all in good health though. I mean, I'm not trying to actually kill him. I just want him to. What's wrong?
Well, I'm just looking at the comments. Can you guys hear us now?
Yeah,
Is the volume fixed?
I fixed the volume.
Did it get fixed?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's like 4 comments.
Yeah, it was way down.
Okay.
Man, that's right. Yeah. So let's roll through this little workout that I put him through. He did quite well. I mean, the short rest periods he's not familiar with, and I believe he's never used bands on the bench. You'll see that his butt comes off the bench a little bit. This is the first day working with the guy. I just want to see what he had, what type of conditioning he had, and what I was dealing with. And I kind of put him through the roll here. So let's check that out. We're doing a little 10 sets of 10, one of my favorite workouts, the hardest actually for speed day. It's a hypertrophy method, and Westside utilizes this too. He's got double mini bands on there. This is his first set, and does quite well. We fast forward towards the end of the exercise here. He really started to get peppered with these bands, and he's laughing now, but at this point here, he was really getting fatigued, and his muscles didn't know what the hell was going on. And I don't let up on him, man. I made him do 40-second rests, and I didn't let him sit for too long. Yeah, he's got his butt up a little bit, but I'm trying to push him a little bit here. Yeah. Then we moved into some decline here. Hung some kettlebells from the side. I don't like to make anything easy. I want to make it hard, and I don't want him to like what he's doing. And plus, it makes his brain have to switch a gear when we add these type of things to the bar. Anybody can bench press a straight barbell weight, but add a little ambiance to it, and it's a game changer. And yeah, I made him do some sets here. After doing 10 sets of 10, I don't think he's gonna like me tomorrow nor the next day, but that's what this is all about. Then I think we moved into some rolling dumbbells. I made him do 8 sets of 8 here. This was midway through, actually. Just trying to correct this for him. He did quite well, though. I was impressed.
Yeah,
most people can't pick up the rolling dumbbells that well. I told him not to do them too strict. Roll them back on the top of his delts there and push them up. Yeah, he was sweating at this point. Then we did doing some Hoff presses here. I like to use the easy curl bar, but we didn't have it today, so had to use this CrossFit bar thing, which was a 35-pound bar. But we put the mini bands under the bench and took him to town here. 10 sets to the forehead, 10 presses towards the feet, and 10 more back to the head. This workout took an hour and 10 minutes. He did some shoulder work after this, some pec work, and we finished with band pushdowns, 3 sets till failure. So that's a typical Kennelly speed bench, volume bench, hypertrophy phase thing. Next week, we'll probably have him do 10 sets of 10 with chains. And this guy's expressed interest in joining our crew, which everybody, you know, it looks like fun from the outside when you're doing this bands and all this, and yeah, but until you get under the bar and go through the actual routine and feel the pain that comes with this type of training. This isn't bodybuilding, man. We're pushing, you know, really hard and, you know, hitting all the angles, tricep exercises, yada yada yada. But he says he wants to be a part of the crew, so I'm going to invite him in. And but, you know, over my course of 20 years of lifting, many people come and they last 2 weeks or they last a month, and then we never see them again. Or then they try to come back later. And so it's not really a revolving door. And I told the kid, you know, I said, you're going to come in and do this. You know, we don't drink, and this is a 110% commitment here. And yeah, this isn't half-assed, and you're not going to show up one day. And I was a little pissed too because he showed up late today, his first day.
Why did he show up late though? Because you told him to get a CPAP, so he was literally at the doctor finishing up his appointment getting his CPAP. Yeah. And then he walks in and you give him a hard time.
Yeah, first day, you know, 1 o'clock we start. I expect him to be there 10 till.
He already went outside of the time he normally goes to the gym just so he could come with you. And then he also had a doctor's appointment.
Well, I forgot
you told him to do.
I told him, yeah. But I forgot about the doctor's appointment, and my theory is, you know, you don't miss a workout unless you're dead in jail or in a hospital. And I guess he was kind of in a hospital if he's at the doctor's appointment.
Doctor's gonna
but he showed
following
up.
Following your advice.
Yeah. Well, I'm a hard ass, man. I think I got here petting between people between the ears. I could kick him in the ass is what I do. Turn wimps into warriors, not the other way around. Oh. Hey, call the cops. No. But no, I'm excited because not many people want to come in and do this crazy stuff that we do. So anytime we get a person that expresses interest, and our team's in dire need of some more people, some new blood, because it's getting stagnant. And the fact that there's not, we don't have our whole crew together right now, which we're waiting for phase 2, but for the actual gyms to open. But yeah, we'll see what happens, and only time will tell. I'm not really sure when that's going to happen, or I know my training has actually kind of suffered somewhat. So, but you know, you just do the best you can with what you got, and every day is a challenge. I mean, you never know if we're going to be able to work out or not. I mean, and you know, I don't get 3-man handoffs anymore because we don't have 3 men. You know, I got 2 people I work out with. So, but better days are coming. And, people keep texting me, I think Mike Wolf got a hold of me, and he's holding a meet, August or December out there. He's a metal militia meet he's going to put on. And I honestly, I can't commit to anything because I'm not training right now like I would for a meet. I need to have all things, I hate to say it perfect, but I got to have the right environment, the right people, and to know that we can go to the gym on a consistent basis and get workouts in. Right now, we could be training here one day or out of this garage gym the next, or who knows, out of town the next. You just never know. Or it sucks.
Tough times for sure.
So what do you do? So just go to the gym, get a pump, and do the best you can. So, but I want to. What should we talk about our guest next week? That's kind of the most important thing of all is our guest next week.
Let's do it.
And I reached out to powerlifting's baddest man on the planet, and his name is Dave Hoff. And we're gonna have Dave Hoff on the show next week. If the planets are all aligned and there's no hiccups, there's no bumps in the road, we should have this man on the show next week, and we'll definitely, in fact, you need to get some questions lined up for this man. Okay. I have my own questions, and I'll be asking, I think I asked him the same questions when we were in Ohio, but I'm going to ask him again.
Probably.
And because, picking this guy's brain, I mean, he's a fountain of just a tremendous amount of information. And, I'm a bench press guy. Yeah, I want to pick his brain on the bench a little bit. So
I'm going to pick his brain on the deadlift.
And squat. And squat. Yeah. And, I thank Dave for accepting the offer to come on the show. And I definitely.
He said he's been watching it since March.
That's what he said. He said he's been watching it. So yeah, we'll
cool.
We'll have him on for a while, and hopefully no technical difficulties like the camera dying or.
I hope not. Not next week, man.
No,
we
can't have it.
We can't have it. Yeah, it's got to go perfect.
It's got to go perfect. So I invite you guys all to join in and put some questions in the chat box. Appropriate ones will be answered, and we'll ask him a lifting question specific. I'm going to ask stupid questions myself. I want to know what the guy eats. I want to know fat-free milk, 2%, 1%, chocolate milk, what the hell the guy eats, what he does, and we'll pick his brain a little bit on lifting questions for sure. What do you got?
I was just wondering what you keep staring at over here.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just looking at your. I'm looking at your notes over there. I'm looking at your notes over there.
What are you doing?
But that's gonna be exciting. So I definitely.
Yes. Make sure you tune in next week.
Yeah, I think we're scheduled for 7, which is in Columbus. Is 10 o'clock. So I hope that's.
I guess we better make. Ooh, we should have asked him.
Yeah. Well, I think he's in New York right now. That's what he told me. Okay. So we'll have to check and.
We'll post
I will text him after the show and confirm a time, and then I'll put it out there and spam it all over the place, and it should be a good time. But I just want to make it, because that's 10 o'clock his time, and I don't know if he may get up early in the morning and maybe...
You'll have to ask him.
Yeah, so we might have to schedule it at 6 or switch times a little bit. We're not sure
yet. We'll definitely
yet.
Post it, though, so keep your eyes out for that.
Yeah, and thanks for bearing with us on our technical difficulties we seem to have every week here. And, I usually have this...
You'd think by episode 15,
Oh, God. I thought...
We'd have basic things like the volume and the camera not dying and...
Yeah, I'm embarrassed, man, because we should have this stuff together. And
we have to next week. It's too important.
I'm starting to sweat. The pressure is getting to me. Yeah. But
it's going to be really fun, so make sure you tune in next week. Yeah. Dave Hoff is an awesome guy. Just a wealth of knowledge and very entertaining and funny.
And when people always want to ask about West Side stories, and Dave told us a few, and we'll see if we can't recount those and
see if we can get a Louis impression.
Yeah, Louis impression, a Mendelssohn impression. Oh God, he's good at Mendelssohn. Oh, can't wait. No, we're not making fun of Mendelssohn or anybody, but he's just good at imitating these people. I mean, just to a T. I thought I had it down with Mendelssohn, but he's got me beat, man. He's got the record, so it'll be fun, and we'll keep it light and entertaining and have a good time. So, anything over here question-wise that we need to look at aside from the volume is too low thing?
There's some questions. Are you ready to go to?
Yeah, let's go to questions. Let's keep moving. Yeah.
Questions and comments, I guess. Synth says, "Hey yo."
Hey, one of my classic APT shirt right here from 2006. Yeah, still got it. Got the Kennelly cut the sleeves off, obviously, but
of course.
Yeah, APT, love that company.
Paul L. asks, Ryan, what is your bicep routine like? Have you seen the Larry Wheels strict curl challenge? What could you strict curl?
I saw Larry Wheels strict curling
How much was that?
200 or something? Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't really do strict curl challenge, but I don't want anybody to know this, but I train biceps like a bodybuilder. So my bicep routine is what I did it yesterday. Basically, I pick 4 or 5 exercises and
workout totally dedicated to biceps.
Yeah, and end with hammer curls. So basically, 1 week I'll do high repetitions. Next week I'll do heavy eccentrics. Everything is up, slow down, and then the third week is usually real heavy with kind of goofy form too. I mean, I'll swing them 70-pound dumbbells, 80-pound dumbbells, just constantly switching up and shocking the biceps and trying to keep them guessing, never doing the same thing. But there's only so many options in the gym as far as bicep machines, so you kind of got to get creative and do isolation routines. And we were at the gym the other day, and somebody thought my arms were 22, and I always wanted them to be 24 inches like Hulk Hogan, but Nate Brandenhorst said they were 22 and he was going to bet. And I said, no, they're not 22. I measured them like months ago and they were 21. Anyway, we were doing biceps and we went in and measured them. They're 21 3/4, and that was on the right arm. So I don't know. We'll get them. I don't want to get them too big though. I mean, they're good where they're at now, but they could be more defined. I could be a little bit better on my diet, but I don't know. Big arms and big bench press. That's what I started out and wanted to have. So
got it.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deadlift and a big squat. So what do you do? But I love training biceps. It's always done on Wednesday. Wednesdays are bicep day, and
a whole day just for biceps.
Whole day just for biceps. Yeah. Usually
instead of a deadlift day, he has a bicep day.
No, bicep day. Love biceps. Love to do them at a Gold's gym too, where people stand and look, because it's fun to walk around with the guns blazing. So all my shirts have no sleeves, so I like to show them off. And we're getting tan in the sun these days too. Got a little color now. That's just good. I'm not pasty white, so. No. Got an Italian heritage, so I know I got the olive skin going on. Yeah.
You tan easily. You haven't been outside very much either.
Well, I mowed the lawn the other day with my shirt off.
Yes, but with the extent of your outside going being really to mowing the lawn,
yeah.
That's not very long.
Well, I tried to mow the lawn the other day, midday when it was 100. I used to do it when I was 350, and it's just with the elements of the atmosphere of the hot weather. I mean, it's a mind torture test, and I haven't done it in a while, but did it the other day, and I came in, I thought I had heat stroke, and I had a headache all day. And cried about it, and she didn't care. So, but I'm still here.
Yeah, you're tough.
But the strict curl, I've seen it done. I don't know, not my thing. But I don't know. I've never tried it. I like to do repetitions and get a pump and get veins running down the arm but never say never. Now that you mention it, I'll probably go in next Wednesday and try a strict curl when no one's looking. I think it has to be done against the wall.
That's what
you can't cheat them, so it's like strict. I got it. So I'll get back to you on that. I don't know. I'm not Larry Wheels by any means. Somebody said Larry Wheels was hammer curling 140s too. So I saw a picture of him. I didn't see the video. So
probably
the guy's a beast,
insane.
man. Crazy.
He's incredible.
Okay.
Next one.
What do you got?
Where'd we go? I had it.
Well, you're up here
all
bicep
good. And then the rest, those are all volume.
Yeah, volume
checks.
questions. Sorry.
Sorry about that again. We apologize for the volume difficulties. All good. Jamal is crazy. I love his 455 kilo lift in training.
I saw that.
Very impressive.
I don't know where that guy's going to go in another 10 years, man. I mean, when you're that young and your life in front of you and years in front of you, man, it just, wow. I mean, it's just so impressive to be 25. I wish when I was 25, I had what was I benching when I was 25? 650 in a denim shirt. I wish my bench was 800 when I was 25, and probably would have been 1,000 when I was 30, and who knows? But hey, that's how it was back in the day. No.
I will jackhammer you, says. My bench has increased from 275 pounds to 545 pounds in 1 year and 2 months. I keep gaining weight to get my bench over 650 in the next year, I'm hoping. Gotta eat so much though.
Absolutely, jackhammer. You got to put the food away, and I don't know. You can never eat enough. I mean, weight moves weight. I hate to say it like that, but it's not a beauty contest. It's I know when I was benching, I was eating a lot of food, and I wasn't pretty to look at, but boy was I strong. And so you got to eat, man, and a lot.
It's true.
And I never ate clean. Never eat chicken and rice and got strong off it. I like pizza, Whoppers, Big Macs, lasagna, and steak, and potatoes, and chocolate cream pie, and ice cream bars, and it was a shitty diet, but boy, food's good. Love to eat. Can't do it anymore though.
Can't get away with it quite as much.
No, yeah, cholesterol and all that good stuff
older.
catches up with you in the end, and then you end up not having a show anymore, and you're done.
Let's see. I will jackhammer you also says, oh, this is a live stream. LOL, I just woke up.
Oh.
Yes, it is a live stream.
Welcome to the live stream, Jack
Welcome.
Tubby Craft.
Wimps into Warriors. I love it.
You know where I got that at? What movie? Did anybody know where I got that? I turned Wimps into Warriors, not the other way around. If anybody can answer that question, it's a movie. It's one of my favorites, and I'll just leave it at that.
I can't think of which one it is. Give me another hint.
I can't give you a hint because it just gives it away. But we'll move on. I love that. I love using that.
Okay. Remy Shirley, did you ever compete in the 308 weight level or always monster size?
All the way up. My first meet was I weighed 220, and I did 242, 275, and always wanted to be a 300-pound man, and got to 300 and 320, 360, 350.
Did you say 360?
I was 360.
Did you get to 360? I thought your biggest was 354.
357 when I did 1074. I weighed in at 357. And then that night I had my deep dish or Chinese food or whatever the hell we ate. And the next day I came in and nobody. That was the day I went into the bathroom stall and I had a panic attack. So I had to go poop and closed the door and my elbows were hitting the side of the stall and I had a panic attack and had to jump out of the toilet. And but anyway, I snuck into the back room there and weighed and it said 361. That's probably my biggest I've ever been. And there's a picture of me talking to a news reporter, and she's holding a microphone up, and I look like a Neanderthal. Very beastfully man. So water retentive and bloated. My eyes, I think, are shut like this. But
hot dog neck,
boiler. But, I put up 1074 that day, so what can you say? That was
all paid off.
That was also the day I should have went for the raw bench press record because it was there. It was 705 at the time or something. I had a 720 in me that day.
You could have totally had that record for a while.
Yeah, but c'est la vie.
I know.
But anyway, 308 class. No, I actually decided when I met her, decided I needed to get healthy, and so we dropped weight and got down to 30. I wanted to do the 308 class, and I was 325. And remember, I couldn't eat anything for 2 weeks to the meet, and we were at Outback, and they were bringing the chocolate pie by, and I was crying, and you were laughing at me.
I do. I remember that. Actually.
But weighed in at 305, and
that was probably like the first time you had ever really watched what you were eating. In
first
the last,
time ever.
10 years.
Yeah. When I met her first, we told that story before, right? I wanted to go to Sonic and get chili cheese fries and chili dogs, and you wouldn't let me. I think you cooked chicken and brown rice that night.
Yep.
Yeah. I like shit food, man. If I could go back and eat it right now and know I could live for another 50 years, I'd do it in a heartbeat, but I don't think not at this point anymore.
No. You can't do it forever. Not and be healthy.
No.
I feel good.
I want to stay in the game.
Yep. I will jackhammer you. Says, I've been eating 5.5 pounds of meat per day. People say it will hurt me. Any opinion?
Jesus, Scott Mendelson there. 5.5 pounds of meat. A little excessive in my book. I was doing 2 New York steaks a day at the height of my. That was a pound that was almost 2 pounds of red meat a day. I think that's a little. Yeah, try getting some egg whites, some eggs, or some whey, or some cottage cheese, some other source of protein. Probably doing that every day is probably not the best. I mean, I'm proud of you, son, for doing it though. I mean, I'm impressed. 5.5 pounds of meat. I'm sure that it equivalates to strength gains, obviously, because the creatine levels and the quality of protein. But very expensive habit unless you're out got your own cows or something. But red meat's expensive. So, but I'm impressed. But I'd say 2 pounds. Find other protein sources to throw into your diet. Salmon, things of that nature. I know when I was eating, I would do 2 weeks of red meat, 2 weeks of fish, 2 weeks of chicken, because you eat the same thing over and over again. It's kind of boring. Or 1 week of red meat, 1 week of fish, 1 week of chicken, so on and so forth.
Mr. Elite Entertainment asks, what's your opinion on low frequency versus high frequency?
As far as repetitions,
Or like working out?
You need to clarify that question a little bit and make it easier for me to answer. Low frequency, high frequency. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Mr. Elite, elaborate a little bit.
Tell us exactly what you mean.
Yeah, I'll answer it.
And
Yeah,
we'll answer it. We'll
yeah.
come back.
I'm not avoiding you. I'm just.
No, I don't. When it pops down here, we'll make sure we read it.
Yeah, yeah.
Synth. Did you ever get a look at the Sidewinders?
You know,
training
I'm
stuff?
embarrassed because I came down here today and I was writing down some notes here, and I saw the Sidewinders here, and I did not look at those yet. I'm embarrassed. I was too busy getting these videos up today, and I'm gonna be honest. I saw them. I was like, oh, I gotta look that up. I was also looking up cures for tendonitis, and I was getting a lot of emails about injuries and PRP therapy, and I was trying to find a cure-all for tendonitis for a question that was asked last week, and rest, ice, compress, elevate, taking time off, ibuprofen. You know, these are some of the answers I was getting because I don't know. I'm not a doctor by any means, but these are questions asked. So I did not get to the Sidewinders, but I will. I promise. Within the next few days, I will look it up. I'm embarrassed. Yeah, I didn't do my homework. I should get an F. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
You do get an F.
Yeah.
John Smith definitely should have Mark Henry as a guest.
Yeah, that'd be good. We can talk about old times.
That would be very, very entertaining.
I'll reach out to him on Facebook and see if he would be a guest.
Do you think you could actually get a hold of him?
I would do my best, and maybe we can squash the beef, or I don't know. Maybe he holds a grudge. I don't know, but I would like to have him as a guest. I don't know if a Facebook page with him. I don't think he has a Facebook page, but I don't know. Maybe Dave Palumbo can get a hold of him. I know Dave Palumbo is friends with Triple H, and he's connected in that department.
Sure, you could find a way.
And
if you really wanted to.
yeah, we'll try to make it. We'll try to act like professionals this time, and not get into a pissing match.
I'll be the mediator.
Yeah.
I'll keep the peace.
Because
talk through your issues.
I love professional wrestling, man, and I kind of idolize those people. But when they're assholes, I mean, what do you do? I mean, not everybody's perfect, but Triple H was cool, and a lot of Ken Shamrock, I met him in an airport one time. He was cool. Big Show, he seemed like a nice guy. Yeah. So I don't know. I would definitely.
He was just having a bad day. Maybe he wasn't totally prepared for his meet, and he was nervous.
Who's that?
Mark Henry.
No, he wasn't competing. He wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't competing. I thought he was doing the strongman.
No, he was like a dictator back there. He was like.
He wasn't a competitor. You said I thought. He
no, at that time, no. He was just back there barking at people every year. Every year. No, he was just kind of like.
I thought he was doing the strongman.
No, he was just back there, doing his thing. So.
All right.
I would love to have him.
Let's see, where'd we go?
Alex Estrada. I did not ever see Sam Samiego.
Did you ever see Sam Samiego?
I don't recognize that name, Alex. I don't. I'm sorry.
Samaniego?
John Smith. Good question here.
John Smith says, remember Sam Bird doing that no-hand squat in the animal cage?
I don't remember that, but I remember Sam Bird 1,000 squat at 198 or something back in the day. That guy was an intense lifter. I might got those numbers wrong, but I remember him putting up some insane squat numbers in contest in the 2005-06 era. And don't know what happened to him. I hope he's healthy. I hope he's doing well. Yeah. But the animal cage, I don't.
Look that up.
My only memories of the animal cage are when I was in there for a T-shirt, and I think I swung. It's really back in the day. It was hard to get to the animal cage. There were so many people around it. So, but when I snuck in there and benched my body weight for a T-shirt and did 40 reps with 315 hungover, I was impressed. So, Anthony Clark had huge biceps. He sure did. Like I said, when I met him in 1997, he was sitting sideways, and I walked up like this with my thumbs. And I was just half of his arm, like that. And, I mean, guy, 24 5-inch arms. Just a beast.
Alex Estrada, did you get to see Hank Hill?
What? The name sounds familiar, but I don't. No, I did not. I don't know who that person is. Sounds familiar. I don't know him. Yeah, Hank Hill. Sure is he a lifter, or Ultimate Fighter? Not sure.
I'm not sure. I'll have to look him up.
Yeah.
You got to write down the things that we're supposed to look up or...
Hank Hill. Hey, continue on. I got it.
Okay.
I got it. I'm taking notes, people.
Submax. Any good way to deal with stretch marks from gaining said weight? LOL.
Yeah, stretch marks. Vitamin E oil and coconut butter, I believe, are something you want to put on stretch marks. The guy I was training today had the same problem and asked that question. And they will, and he's got real pink ones. I mean, when they're brand new, they're nice pink and red, but eventually they fade and they turn brown somewhat. But I think women, you know, when they get pregnant, they rub that coconut butter and stuff on their stomach so they don't get stretch marks. So if woulda, coulda, shoulda, maybe before we all got big, we should have rubbed coconut butter on our muscles and prevented the stretch marks. But no, I think they're kind of cool. I mean, it shows that you went from zero to hero pretty quick. So
It's true.
yeah.
John Smith. Line from this movie: I came here to kick ass and
Chew
chew
bubble
bubblegum. I'm all out of bubblegum.
That's from They Live. That's Roddy
Have
Piper.
we said that on the show, or did it?
No, that's from Roddy Piper and They Live. That's what I said.
I know that's what you said to the police. Did you tell that story?
No, when I walked up to the police and they were having a BLM rally up in
Yeah.
Spokane, Washington, and I meandered over to...
There was like a big group of that. There was probably like, I don't know, 10
15
of them,
cops.
10 to 15
15
of them standing
city
there.
cops, and they were all on their little push bikes. And I waddle over there, and the first thing I said, I walked up to him and I said, I'm here.
Put his hand on it, and they're already a little on edge, and
Yeah.
he gets right up in their space and goes, I'm here to kick ass.
I'm here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And they all laughed and said, and they offered me one of their bikes, and I said,
here you go.
yeah, they offered
Go
me one of
for
their
it.
little bikes, and I said, you guys need any help here? I'm the muscle. And then he goes, we might need you. And then I said, well, there was like, what, 500 people in this park right there, and they were just getting ready to come out and protest on the streets.
Marching, yeah.
And I didn't want no part of that, so I bailed. You know, yeah.
Yes.
But I love that movie though. John Carpenter, that great flick.
Sean Tavald. Evening, y'all. I'm going to cook some dinner and enjoy the show.
Hey, cook some dinner for me too.
Good plan.
What do we
cook some
having,
extra.
Sean?
What are we having?
We having steak, tomahawk steak. What do we have?
sounds
Ribeye.
good. We like steak.
Yeah, prime rib. Homemade lasagna.
Mac and cheese.
Mac and cheese. Homemade mac and cheese. Some chicken in it, maybe, or yeah. Oh,
That's good.
yeah. Yeah.
It's almost time to eat dinner.
Okay, Mr. Elite.
Mr. Elite Entertainment. I meant low frequency training same lift once a week versus high frequency training same lift multiple times a week.
Low frequency. I train the bench once a week.
You do it twice a week.
Well, speed bench. I mean,
still the lift. You're still training the lift though.
yeah, that's true. So
it's not.
yeah, so I guess high frequency. I guess, but only 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your frequency would be each lift twice a week.
When I just started, my high frequency was bench every day of the week. So, but I was a young man and didn't know any better. Thought more is better, and I found out it actually was. I mean, I made progress. So benching every day when you're just starting out, say it doesn't work, it worked for me. So it won't work now. I mean, shit. I mean, if I go too heavy on speed day right now, 3 days later, man, I suck ass at max effort bench. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe these shoulders are just getting worn out. I don't know. Just not youthful anymore.
Getting old.
Thank you. I'm only 33.
Plus 14? 13?
Shush. Move on to the next question.
All right. T.
27 in here.
Pressifer. Sure. Ryan and Ashley, you rock. Thank you. We appreciate you. Remy Shirley, I was watching some videos this week of you and your crew and it got me thinking.
Yeah, I wonder what videos you saw. Man, we got a lot of them out there, and
hopefully positive thinking, positive
yeah,
thoughts about it.
hopefully positive. Yeah, and I don't know what crew we had. I mean, they've came and went. So we used to have a pretty good crew of 10 people at one time.
Yeah,
that was
at
good
one
old
point,
days.
We'd get 10 to 15.
Yeah,
on
people lose
Sundays
interest.
At 5:09.
Only the real warriors make it to the end.
This is true. Synth. Oh
Voltaren.
yeah, the Voltaren is working excessively well. This should have been OTC a
Over the
long
counter.
time ago.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I don't know why it was a prescription. I actually rub it on my elbows down here because I get a lot of tenderness and soreness there from doing a lot of rolling dumbbells. I mean, shit, everything we do extension-wise, everything's heavy and hard. There's nothing light or easy. So it's always wear and tear on the body. And sometimes your form gets a little chaotic and you irritate. And once you irritate these, this one's hurt for like 3 weeks. And between the Barlean's fish oil for anti-inflammatory
I
properties.
was going to bring it down to show
Yeah,
the bottle
Barlean's
as well.
fish oil.
Okay.
Love that stuff. Best tasting fish oil I've ever had on the planet. It's almost like a dessert. It's so delicious to eat in the morning. And then the Voltaren cream, absolutely. Nobody does ibuprofen in this house anymore, and I don't recommend it to anybody because it was explained to us
Turmeric.
that
Turmeric is the way to go.
Turmeric.
Can you explain what?
Well, it has anti-inflammatory properties, but the ibuprofen is interesting because after you work out and you take ibuprofen, it removes the inflammation and inhibits the body from
doing what it needs
doing what it needs to do
to rebuild and
rebuild
grow the
muscle.
muscle back. So it actually hinders your trying to create or build muscle. So that's what I stopped doing.
Yeah.
He explained it in all these scientific terms, and I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Usually I take
Well, he's got a
ibuprofen
master's degree, so we
nobody's
listen to everybody.
business. But he explained it and then told me about turmeric, and so I haven't taken ibuprofen since we talked to him about it, and I've been taking turmeric, and it works. I would say every bit as good as
Take it every day?
I don't take it every day,
Right.
but I take it fairly often. And
Yeah, ibuprofen,
After I work
bad for the
out.
kidneys. Tylenol, bad for the liver, or is it the other way around? Yeah, they're both.
I think it's
Yeah,
bad
shit,
on both of
shit
them,
can
yeah.
those, man. Yeah, I used to recommend those too. And shit, I used to pop 800.
Well, the doctors do when you hurt yourself. They say ibuprofen, rest, and ice. Like that's you know.
Yeah, or back in the day,
I
they
would say turmeric is
Yeah.
a much better way to go.
it's a healthier option.
Definitely, and like I said, it works almost as good. I mean, I had quite a bit of.
I got a drink at Trader
Success with
Joe's. It's carrot juice and turmeric together, and it's really good. Been drinking that a lot. So, and it'll help I can get too for inflammation. I mean, my lower back has been feeling awesome too. So, something's been
It's like
working.
a combination of
fish oils
all
and
those
turmeric.
things,
Yeah, you do what you do to get by. So,
Let's see. How important? So Remy Shirley asks, how important is a crew,
very important. You can't do this by yourself.
especially when you're doing the kind of weight that you guys are doing.
Right.
When it takes 3 people to hand off a 1,000-pound bench press.
Yeah.
That crew is really important.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, whether you bench 135 or 1,035. The fact that you show up and put 110% in is all I ask for. And crew is very important. And having everybody push everybody. One person, 2 people training together, you can only go so far. 3, you start getting 4 or 5, and then it turns into a contest. And actually, it just gets more intense with more energy in the room, I believe. So,
Reach out to Mark Henry with your fists.
Well,
LOL.
yeah. I need Mark Henry as a guest. That's all I know.
It would be fun. It would definitely be fun to see
Maybe
how
we
it
can
played out.
apologize to each other and move forward and be the bigger people and be ambassadors for our sports, Mr. Mark Henry. Good.
All right. On Sunday, July 26th, will be 1 year since Gene Richlack passed away. First man to bench 1,000 pounds and also to be the first to have 1,000 squat and bench.
Well, he's also the first man to do 900, for I remember. So, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he was. I didn't have too many words with Gene Richlack. Just shared the platform with him one time, couple times, and I think the last time I talked to him was the Arnold 2007. And then, just the way life works, man. You're here one day, gone the next, and that's why you got to make. Yeah, I always tell people, don't live a day sad, mad, or upset. It's a day wasted, man. But it's easy to say to do that. But try to stay positive and align yourself with positive people and make the best out of each and every day, because you never know when God's gonna pull you to heaven, man. It's sad, but that's a life.
Really
we live, we die. So.
Alex Estrada says Sam Semeniego was a big-time bencher in the 80s. Hank Hill was a powerlifter in the early to late 90s.
Wow. Bencher in the 80s. Yeah, it was before my time. I'll have to, let me write that down. Yeah, I'm going to write that.
Do you want my notebook?
I got my little paper here that I'm working on. So I definitely will, that's a weird last name. Sam, let's see, Anigo. Hank Hill. That name sounds so familiar, but I can't put a face with the name. So
I'm sure that you've heard of him or seen him or met him.
Okay, we're going to see Tavald's house, and after the show, he's having chicken waffles with the
Ooh,
egg.
yeah, nice. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Good choice.
Yeah, we'll be over.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Excellent.
2 plates for me, and I'll be there.
Extra waffles.
I'll bring the cigars this time too. So thank you, Cian, for those cigars, buddy. I appreciate them.
We're excited. Let's see. Vanguard. Hey, Ryan, is there anything different? Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Is there anything different you would do if you could start your career over?
Yep, I would know how to train. I always said, if I can go back and do it over again, I'd be a 1,000-pound bench presser in 7 years instead of 14. And I would go back and with the knowledge I have to start over and do it over again. I would. I wish I could, because when I first started, I didn't know what I was doing, and no one was helping, and nobody was doing seminars. There was no internet. So, boy, if I could go back and do it, man, I would basically just take what I'm doing now. Well, I guess if I had to start completely over, I'd have to build a base. So I probably wouldn't start with the West Side program. I'd actually go back to what got me to where I was before I talked to Louie. And I was training like a bodybuilder, a lot of volume, and didn't really do a lot of singles except for on decline. So, but definitely would love to go over and rebuild and do it over. And what I know now, I wouldn't have any injuries. I did a lot of rookie mistakes and kind of tore some pecs at a couple times in my life. But yeah, definitely could do that. Boy, that'd be well, if I could rub a crystal ball and do it. Yeah, it'd be a sweet thing. And then to align myself with anybody that was training with me and have the knowledge that I do to pass on to them, and we'd have a handful of world champions in our crew. And wow, that's a good question. No one's ever really asked that.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
I liked that. Where are we at?
Navy P. DECA for joint health. If a doctor prescribes it for joint health, then yeah, there's been some scientific evidence that it's actually bad for your joints. So depends on who you talk to. Everybody's body's different. We all react different to different things. Can't say it works. Can't say it doesn't. If you're willing to take that step and try it, more power to you. But it's 50-50. I mean, it could work. It couldn't make things worse. Don't know. I've heard different studies about it now that say it's not good for joints, or connective tissue or ligaments and tendons, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
T Press
Ontario, Canada.
Watching from Ontario, Canada.
Welcome, Ontario.
Very nice. Welcome. Thanks for joining us. Any T Pressifer also wants to know any Gary Frank stories.
Well, yeah, I have one story, but I can't tell it.
Really?
Yeah. Well, I don't. He's a real soft-spoken man, but man, I think it was right before he was going to pull a 900 deadlift at Senior Nationals one time, and he was back in the warm-up, just mellowed out, and then once the bar was loaded, the guy, it was Jekyll and Hyde, man, and it just switched, and he went out there, and I saw it happen before my eyes, because I was having a conversation with him, and just mild-mannerly spoken, and then 900 was on the bar, and he flipped a switch, or 800 or something, and he went out there, and I was like, whoa. I mean, that guy knew when to turn it on. Didn't nicest man too. Real super cool dude. Didn't have too much conversations with him, but wish I had more stories to tell about him. But just a gentle giant, man, but a superb freaking powerlifter beast. Yeah.
Vanguard. I remember Hank Hill. Do we remember who?
I don't know. I'm at to Google that. I'm sorry.
Okay. Did you write it down?
I got it down. Yeah, I got a lot of things over here going on.
You got some homework to do.
I got some homework to do.
John Smith, are supplement questions allowed with a disclaimer that you are not a medical professional?
That's correct, John Smith. Yeah, not a medical professional. Yeah. So we can answer some supplement questions, broad range. I mean, I'm not going to avoid them. So, but I'm not going to advise anybody to go out and jump off a bridge either. So, but we can talk about them a little bit.
Mr. Elite Entertainment, Ryan, have you ever worn elbow sleeves when training?
No, and I don't recommend them either. I think they're a crutch. I mean, I've seen people use them in training, and they aid in the lift somewhat. Then when you take them off, you don't have them. So, and you can't wear them in a contest. So, I put them on once, and there's actually a video, and I was like, this is the video that they're going to see, and I'm wearing, and I slipped them on, and I tried them. Some people say to put them on when you do rolling dumbbells and this, that. I just don't want to use them. Never used them. Don't plan on using them. If you want to wear them, you wear them. But I'm just not a big fan of them. Especially, I've seen enough guys, get these super tight elbow sleeves on, and they do these benches, and like, oh, I just did 405 for 3, and then a week later they got to take those off, and it's 405 for barely 1 or something, So I guess it can be used as a training tool, but
kind of like the slingshot.
Kind of like the slingshot, maybe.
You can do more with it on.
Yeah, I just never
you don't rely on it.
Well, I tell you what, man. When I put those SBD knee sleeves on, first of all, they hurt my hands, my fingers pulling those damn things up. I can't imagine doing this for 10 minutes and getting all these all the way up. And it's not me, man. But if you want to wear them, you wear them. I guess. I'm sure they can help. Beecraft.
Is that the one? Okay.
Yeah.
Todd Beecraft asks, out of all your triple bodyweight benches, which one was your best pound for pound bench?
I think it was the
1075
at 305 was my best.
Has to be, yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I did. Wow. Yeah, that was probably the only one. I know when I did 1074, I was 331. Ukraine, I was 330.
What did you do when you weighed remember how you were going to do 275 and take...
I was going to take Rob Leondo's record, and then Mendelsohn came out and did something crazy. So, and that was a hard cut.
But did you ever do the meet? You did
no.
the meets. Oh, did you not do
I think I did. I think I tried.
You did the meet. I just can't remember what you got.
Because Rob Leondo had 275 record at
1,000,
969 or something, and I thought I could get down to 275, IV up with fluids, and get But I think when I tried to do it, then Mendelsohn came out and did 1031. So it took the wind out of my sails at 1031. 969 was attainable. I could have chipped it or something, but 1075 was my best. I did the weight cut, and then I had a firefighter who was a registered nurse put 2 IV bags in and got me up to 325 the next day, and history was set. So that was one of my most favorite lifts too. Was the 1075. Only simple fact that it was the 4th attempt that day, over 1,000 pounds. That day it was 1010. With a soft lock that I didn't get the lift, had to redo the 1010, then 1055, and then took 1075 on the 4th. And like I said before, the 1075, when he comes off the chest and stops, and I don't know how I was able to think for that split second to either if I don't do something here, they're going to take it, or I spread the bar, and I decided to spread the bar. And most impressive lifts that I've ever done.
G wants to know, I know you bench in a shirt, but do you have a bench program you recommend for raw benching? I feel like you know more than the social media fad people nowadays since you've been there, done that.
I think all programs work. 531. Irregular strength seems to be a good one. I know Julius, I was watching one of his videos the other day, and he said to go to irregular strength and get an 8-week bench program. Josh Bryant knows his shit, man. I think all programs work. It depends on just pick one and ride it, man. But if you're gonna commit to a program, commit to it and follow it through. And if I had to recommend one, for me it was just West Side for raw. It worked for me. It's worked for my clients. I took a guy by the name of Tim Smith from a 520 bench to 600. In I think 6 raw bench, and so it works. Like I said, all programs work. You just got to find one. I'd be interested to try the irregular strength one that Julius talks about, and secretly do it and see what it's like. I'm open to try anything. I'm not just like, oh, I only do West Side and everybody else sucks. I'll try anything, man. I actually want to get Jeremy Hornstraw on here at some point too, and pick his brain about benching, and because he knows a lot, and I watched a lot of his videos, and I like to. I'm still trying to gather information from everybody because I think I can learn a little bit from every elite lifter out there, and who knows, maybe one day we can have Julius Maddox on the show.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
You have his phone number.
I got his phone number,
and he's texted. You've texted him, and he's texted you back.
That's right. I just I think he's got to do the 800, and I don't want to bother him. I know he's got a lot on his plate, and I like him to get the 800, and then
we'll wait for the right time.
Right time. Yeah.
That's a good possibility.
Fabian, thank you for the super chat.
Yes,
I appreciate that.
Thank you very much.
What's up, Coach? Thoughts on a West Side conjugate for raw? Yeah, like I said, I've trained many people that don't lift in bench shirts, and I put them through the West Side, the speed bench, the tricep accessory stuff, max effort bench, rotated the max effort exercises, applied bands and chains to everything. Try to find their weak points and exploit them and make them stronger. And most of the time, people just have the weak triceps. At some point, everybody can get the bar off their chest, but they can't lock it out. So it's either a technical problem or it's speed that needs to be developed. And like Louis said, triceps are 75% of your bench, so a lot of tricep work. But like links of a chain, though, I don't neglect anything. Pectorials, traps, upper back, rear delts. You got to train it all. You got to have it all. Even legs. Like I said, you got to have strong legs too. I know there's a lot of people out there that don't bench or don't squat and have a great bench, but I think you gotta train everything. And Yeah, but Westside Conjugate for Raw. I mean, some people say, oh, it doesn't work for Raw, and they get their little dry erase boards on YouTube, and they're, why I hate Westside, and it's whatever, dude. I mean, if it doesn't work, then you don't have to go out there and talk crap about it. But no, it works, and I apply it to a lot of people. In fact, Mike Hazenberg, football coach that we have here in town, he wanted his bench press up. He came to me, and he's a raw guy, 405. I maxed him out, and 6 weeks later, just doing speed bench. He didn't even train max effort. 6 weeks later, he did 450, or 8 weeks, something like that. That's just doing speed work. The guy never trained specifically for speed. So we just made him stronger off his chest, and bada bing. I mean, it works. I mean, what can I say?
Chris Lancaster. Hey, Ryan, can you please share some ideas on band-only training for triceps? Any killer high-rep protocols come to mind? Thanks.
Band-only training? So all we're using is a band, no bar? Is that what we're talking about? Band-only training?
Like maybe it's just at home and...
if I'm at home and I
don't know.
I don't either. If you're doing band-only training, we do high-repetition band pushdowns. Throw them over a 7-foot power rack and do band pushdowns like this. But
did you do that with a door? Or...
at home, I did them over the door.
I don't know if that's where
I would throw a mini band or a light band over the door and do pushdowns at home. Because Louis said, you got to do 300 band pushdowns a week, a couple times a week at home, outside of the gym. So I would do those too. In between watching TV, hop up and do some band pushdowns. So, but band-only training, I like to know a little bit more about... because I attach bands to everything that we do. Like today, it was the Hoff presses, speed bench with bands. I mean, and then I made him throw a band over the top of the rack when he did his push down. So I attach bands to everything. I try to make things a little harder than just normal straight weight. So, and that's where the resistance training comes in with the bands. Popping and cracking.
I heard that. Do you think you'll ever get back to competing for the record?
Oh, never say never. I mean, it don't matter about age. Look at Bill Gillespie. Had him, did a little preview show for him last week. Guy's 60 years old, done 2,000-pound benches. So, I just when the time's right, and I can't. Who knows when? I mean, we'll probably be in COVID for the next 10 years, so it doesn't seem like it'll ever end. So. I know she's going to the Arnold in March, and we're like, are we going to be wearing masks at the Arnold? Are they going to have the Arnold?
Are they going to have, I know.
Yeah, I mean, how long is this shit going to go on? So I definitely like to get back out there. 308 class only. I'd weigh in at 308 and probably go up to 320 for the meet, but and wear the best shirt that works for me, at that time. And I got quite a few bench shirts right now in my truck, and I definitely will never say never. I just... training is so cattywampus right now. So if the part B of that question is when, I just can't tell you when. I know that when things get back to normal, whatever that is, when we don't have to wear masks and we can shake hands and tap each other on the back and stand close to people, and
will that ever be
after the election? Probably, or who knows?
It's possible after November. But.
I definitely like to go out there and get back training properly with my crew. And hell yeah, I don't know what I'll do. I couldn't tell you I'm going to go out there and do 1,100. No, I don't know. Might go out there, do 1,000. Might maybe more. I don't know. Just have to wait and see.
Alex Estrada says Ryan, Sam Samaniego, and Hank Hill were both on the cover of Powerlifting USA.
Really? Wow.
Did you write down both of them?
I got both those names written down. I did not know that, Alex. That's really cool. Cover of Powerlifting USA. I've been there a few times. 7 times. Yeah. How did I get so lucky? I must have done something good.
You impressed somebody,
yeah.
That's for sure.
Mike Lambert, Powerlifting USA. Missed that magazine, man.
I know. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
Vanguard. Hey, Ryan, do you ever see the top lifters today and want to give them any advice to help their strength? And what would that advice be? Thanks.
Well, the top lifters today and try to give them any advice. I don't, what am I going to do? Walk up to Dave Hoff, one of the top lifters, and give him advice? I don't know what you mean by top lifters. We share advice. And
just probably like people that are well accomplished that maybe you see posted on Facebook and you see on their form oh, they're doing really good, but I bet if they tweaked this they could
Yeah.
really put, like,
Well,
do you
and
ever
I-
see anything like? I think that's what he.
Yeah, I mean, if
what
there's,
getting at.
yeah, I don't pick people's lips apart, but if they, if there's anything that I can offer, I definitely would. I don't, some people, if you walk up and offer advice, they kind of take it as an insult. Like, so you got to be careful. Some people are touchy, and it's happened to me before. I remember asking somebody, he's like, "Oh, if I come to your gym, I'll increase your guys' bench by this much." And it was after a meet, and we're all just kind of. I was amped up a little bit, and it came out the wrong way. It was like this gym owner didn't know his business, and it kind of rubbed him the wrong way. So, yeah, it happened once, and I meant it as a compliment, like I have something to offer, but he took it as, it took it the wrong way. So, but I definitely would, and it goes both ways. I mean, if somebody has advice to offer me, I definitely don't turn it down, and I listen, and still I'm learning too. Because what is offered to me, and if it works for me and it works for my other guys, then it's something I pass down and we will use. I think it's great that we all share information. And Julius Maddox shared information with me. He didn't have to. I mean, he could be totally private about his training, but he opened up and shared some great information at the Arnold after he benched 770. Yeah, crazy.
It's nuts. Where were we at?
Hunter's Powerlifting Life.
Bands and chains in a shirt. If
Yep.
so, how much?
How much you ever want to put on the bar. I think there's a band bar weight ratio you need to stick with. There's no reason to put 700 pounds of band tension and 135 on the bar. I like to have like if you're doing a board press, if I was doing board presses in a shirt, I might have 600 and 700 pounds bar weight, 180 band tension, maybe 3 chains, something like that. You definitely just don't want to, and I thought, back in the day that might be a good idea to put a ton of bands on there, but I think Westside and Louis Simmons talked about in their early days of training with the bands, how much was too much, and I think Rob Fusner ripped his pec completely off his bone by using too much band tension on a board press. I mean, so they found out that, too much is not a good thing, so no more any board press I've ever done, the most band tension I ever had was 180 pounds. And basically what that is, it's a light band choked around we have band pegs on our bench, so choked around the bottom, and that equivalates to 180 pounds at the top. Then that's just band tension. Then you add the empty bar, it's already 225. So that's the most band tension I would use. And that's for my level. You might be, a little less than that, maybe a double Monster Mini, which is 110, and then 2 chain, and something of that nature. So
Where are we at?
synth right here.
Synth. I have a contact at Williams Strength who played football with Gary Frank in college. He had nothing but good things to say about Gary.
Oh wow, yeah, Gary, super cool dude. I don't know, I haven't seen any. I don't know if he's got a Facebook page or not. Gary Frank is a name I don't hear anymore, but I may have to Google him a little bit. Donnie Thompson too. I know I haven't seen too much for him on social media, or maybe I'm just not looking deep enough. I don't know.
Mr. Elite Entertainment. When will the Scott Mendelson mixtape be released?
Well, she came downstairs
I
the
saw
other
it
day.
the other day.
Yeah, and I was working on it, wasn't I?
Yes.
Is it funny?
Yes.
Yeah, on the turntables
Kinda.
behind me here. Yeah, I'm just trying to perfect the beat, and sometimes my skills. Sometimes I walk down here and everything's on point and it sounds really good. I'm like, this is the day I'm going to record it. Then I'll come down the next day and my mixing's totally off and it sucks shit. And when I put it out there, it's going to be funny. It's coming, Mr. Elite. I know I've talked about it, and I've got all of his sound cues queued up over here, and it'll be funny. It'll come. We'll release it. I don't know when. I'm still practicing every day.
Soon.
Yeah, and I spend a lot of time, doing other things. I'm trying to get out and go fishing. It's summertime, man, and I got to get out on the river, man. It's hot out there, and got to train, got to do this, and got to do the mixtape behind me here on the old turntables, and yeah, it's coming. I mean, she heard it.
I did.
Yeah, it was good, right?
If he takes too much longer, I'll just come down one of these times,
And
record it, and release it
yeah,
for you guys.
there we go.
So one way or the other, you'll get to see
Yeah.
it. Shabbat Jane.
Fred Hatfield.
Have you met Dr. Fred Hatfield?
I have not. I don't think I have. I may have. It doesn't ring a bell. If it would have been anywhere that I met him, it'd probably been at the Arnold, and I don't think I met him. So, or
I think you'd remember, don't
I think I would remember it. I don't think I've met him.
Vanguard. Good advice, Ryan, for G. Pick one and ride it. That's what a famous musician Sands said about technique. Pick one and just go with it. You're a smart man, Ryan.
Thank you, Vanguard. Appreciate that.
Keeping it unreal.
Keeping it unreal.
Asks, what bench shirt would you recommend for a beginner? Should I go straight to SDP?
I would recommend that. I wish, to be honest with you, I wish Inzer still made a double poly. Like a great beginner shirt was the double high performance heavy duty. He had a polyester shirt. It had a lot of stretch in it. It was a great beginner shirt. It was hard as hell to put on. It was back in the day when you needed 4 people to pull it on and all this and the other. But I wish he still had that. But the SDB, you can't go wrong with that. A 2-ply probably. Don't do the grid stitch either. Never was a big fan of the grid stitch. Just get the scoop neckline, reinforced neck, and scoop the neck. They might automatically do that still. I don't know. Maybe 1.5 inches, and just get the arms tight and and just get your chest measurement correct, because they go off a chart there. And you might have to send that shirt back to Inzer one time. And but that you can't go wrong with an SDP.
Vanguard, my last question, Benchmonster.
Yeah.
Do you like lifting on an empty, light, or full stomach?
Light. Usually, white rice or something like that is my 2 hour prior to the lifting meal. Usually white rice chicken, something like that. I tend to get a really good reaction to the high glycemic carbohydrates of white rice. Jasmine rice, definitely. That's just my diet now. Back in the day, McDonald's cheese, or McDonald's breakfast. I mean, we used to train on Sunday mornings at 11, so I had to drive an hour to get to this gym here in this town. So I would stop at McDonald's, get the pancakes, the hash brown, sausage, egg, bacon, egg, sausage. You had to sit there and have this full course meal for a family of 4, and mull that down, and then But hey, I think light. I can't go to the gym on an empty stomach, and hell no on a full stomach, because you have a full stomach in the gym, all the blood, is down there processing your food, and it's just a shit workout. So what I mean by light too is, and I don't even know, it's not empty per se, but I like to eat 2 hours prior to the gym. 2 hours, and not an hour. If it's an hour, then it's like yogurt, granola, something like that.
Snacky type.
Yeah,
thing.
snacky
It's
type
not like
thing.
A meal, yeah.
Chicken and rice definitely is my go-to. 2 hours away from the gym. So, Chris Lancaster, thank you for the super chat, brother.
Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Remy Shirley, what do magazine covers pay you, if you don't mind me asking?
They pay nothing.
I was gonna say, I don't think you.
Yeah. Well, one time when I did 800, I made the cover of Powerlifting USA, and everybody saw it. I'm on there with my Inzer T-shirt, holding up. I don't know what I'm doing. 800 in the little numbers. And we got my whole crew behind me. Then it's got me in the Inzer shirt benching. And Gus Ruthwich told me after I did that lift that I should call John Inzer. This is the funny story, so I just like to tell it. Gus Ruthwich, the president of the Wabble Federation, called me up on the phone and says, Ryan, that powerlifting cover magazine is worth $5,000. You need to call John Inzer and ask him for $5,000. I didn't know any better. I was cool with John Inzer at the time, so I called up John Inzer in the middle of the night when he's awake, and I said, hey, Gus Ruthwich told me to ask for $5,000 for the cover of that magazine, and John Inzer gave me the F word, and the Gus Ruthwich was a SOB, F him, F this, F that, and so that was my one chance
What a
of.
nice person.
Yeah, well, it upset him because
I know
but
that.
I didn't know any better. But thanks, Gus, for sending me to Inzer that night and getting yelled at. But no, they don't pay anything. I guess if you were heavily sponsored athlete or supplement sponsor, and you had something in a contract that says if you make it on the cover of a magazine and that type of exposure and you're holding up the product, then maybe you got paid. Never was that way with me with any supplement company, powerlifting company sponsorship that I ever had. I wish it was. It would have been nice to make a few bucks being on the cover of a magazine, but it didn't pan out that way. I don't know if it works that way now. Maybe bodybuilding. I don't know. I just don't know. It has to be in a contract, I would assume, that with your sponsor.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's what I would assume.
Alex Estrada. Oh, wait.
What do you think of RPE? Genuinely curious.
RPE. Draw a blank.
So, like, I can't remember what it stands for, but that's like when you rate you just did a set and you rate it, like if you rated it an 8, I think that means that you had like 2 more. I can't remember the exact scale, but like if you felt like you had 2 more reps left in the tank or something like that, then it's an 8. If you feel like you had 1 more, then it's maybe a 9.
Never thought that way. No,
I know you didn't. I was wondering if you were going to know what that means.
No, I don't know. RPE.
Reps. God, why can't I think?
What is it? What does it mean? I'm sorry.
There's reps.
Should I know this?
There's reps in reserve, but then RPE is rep.
Rate. I don't know.
Rate of perceived exertion.
Rate of perceived exertion.
Yes.
Never crossed my mind. Really.
When I trained with Roger, we ran on RPE a lot, so I would rate like after I did it. I would choose what number so that he would know like how it felt. It tells you how.
Yeah, well, if anything, I gauge myself on a percentage basis after a workout. Basically, on a max effort day, after it's all said and done, I look at my handoff or my partner that I'm training with, and I say, "What were you today? Were you 100%, 90, 70?" And we gauge our overall performance. And if we say 70%, then we know we've done too much a few days prior, and then we know we need to tone things back. So. Like, for instance, this past Tuesday, I went in and I was about 60%. I was completely shot and definitely did too much the week prior or a few days before on other things, or didn't eat well or didn't sleep right, or who knows what it was. That's how I gauge myself. As far as reps and sets go, I mean, I just pick a prescribed weight. Like today, the kid did rolling dumbbells, and it was 8 sets of 8, and we picked a weight that he basically failed on his 8th rep. That's how we gauge that. And then if he starts to fail below a 7th or 6th rep, then we drop the weight somewhat so he gets the reps. So that's how I do it. But sounds like a little scientific way of training. It was before my time. I'm from the old days. We did things a little different back then. We didn't have all this fancy different kind of training scientific strategies. So it was balls to the wall and go till you bleed.
Like with RPE, you have to learn to be able to be like really honest with yourself. Like when I do it, I always wanted to like say, "Oh yeah, I totally had a couple left." It's just you have to be very honest and really pay attention to how your body's feeling and rate how that set felt.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay. Well, yay.
Well, you got more research to do.
I gotta check that out. RPE. Let me write that down. Do a little Google search there and see what I'm missing out here. Okay. What we got left?
Are you ready to move on to the next one?
Yeah. We got to hurry up and get the scene to Vald's house. He's got chicken waffles going. I'm hungry.
Alex Estrada. Ryan, when was your last meet, and why was that your last meet?
When was my last meet?
I think it was the one at Rab.
Or was it the one at the... Is it the one?
Oh, no, it would have probably been the Wenatchee one.
Well, that was a raw meet, and I didn't do too well.
Oh, that's true. That was
the one before that, though, was probably when I was 357 pounds.
But I think
CrossFit. 2014. I did the 985 and barely missed it.
Was that after the Rab one?
Oh, no, the Rab one was later. This was 2014. The one you're talking about is when I showed up 2017. I was trying to go for 650 raw.
Asking when your last meet
Well, that wasn't really a meet,
That wasn't raw, though. You were sure did.
That was raw.
Not the one at Rab. No, because I remember your opener was the same as my 3 lift total.
Right. But I did the meet at the CrossFit Center where I
after that.
Yeah, after that.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because I was a lot bigger. Yeah.
That I don't remember. I kind of.
It was a while ago.
That one.
Why? It just I did the shirt game changed a little bit, and I had to readapt to new material in the shirt. So I've been fighting that for 4 years, trying to get the new phenom material to work, and I just can't get the carryover out of the shirt. So. That's why you haven't seen me out there too much. But now these new age shirts that are out there are just impressive to see. Will Barodi, I mean, need I say more? So that's where it's going.
Oh, geez, we had a lot.
Incline? Oh, wait.
No, that's not. Have you ever eaten in between training? If yes, how did it affect your training?
Never have. Never ate in between training. I go to the gym, I train. And when I'm done, then I look for food. You know something different?
No, that's right.
Yeah, I don't eat at the
Whether
gym.
Whether I'm done or not, you're ready to go get food.
Yeah, I'm hungry. I don't bring my cell phone to the gym. I don't bring any food to the gym. I don't even bring protein to a drink to the gym. I don't even bring unless I need to bring water.
I'll bring protein or creatine sometimes.
Yeah,
so I can get it right afterwards.
Yeah, no eating. Incline presses, absolutely.
Do you do incline presses?
We usually rotate those on speed bench day. We'll do incline one week and decline the next. Rotate them out. Incline dumbbells. I mean, intricate part. I mean, we don't miss an angle on the bench press. We don't max out on the incline per se. Do we? No. Just repetition work, close grip, usually one set close, one wide. I mean, 3 sets of 15, sometimes swinging kettlebells from them, you know. I love that. What was the other one we did with the bench block? And we did a close grip. We had a bench block on there, and then we had the kettlebells and 225, and that was hard. You know, just all kinds of different things to make it fun. Definitely do incline, though.
Mr. Elite Entertainment, Ryan, what was with those flame beanies that were worn by a few powerlifters back at meets?
Well, that goes back to Chuck Vogelpool. You know, my first trip to the Arnold, he was there in the flame beanie, and I had seen him on Powerlifting Video magazine VHS tape when he came out and did 1,000 squat at 220, and I was like, that mother effer is the most intense individual I've ever seen. And then I saw him in person. And funny story goes, we were at the Arnold 2002, and like I say, Louis Simmons had just spoke to me 4 months prior to that, and I did a PR at the Arnold that year at 739. We were in the 3-lift area of the WPO, and Chuck Vogelpool was in his canvas squat suit, and he was in front of this curtain about 6 feet away with his back to us, and me and Louis Simmons were standing right here. And Chuck Vogelpool had on the flame beanie hat, and I looked at Louis, and I said, I'm going to go take that flame beanie. And Louis snapped his neck over at me with his eyes big as silver dollar bills and said, I wouldn't do that if I were you. So I went home, and I'm Mr. Internet, so I go to Google, and I type in flame beanie, and I found a yellow and orange one, which I was on the cover of the magazine after I did 769 holding my hand up. And then House of Pain, Rick Brewer, when it was the real House of Pain, I contacted Rick Brewer, Rick Brewer contacted me, and they started getting the flame beanies, putting his logo on it, and then I started wearing them, and everybody started wearing them, and it was a fad for a while, because when I put that flame beanie on, I would close my eyes, and it was a switch, and it made me think of Chuck Vogelpool in that video, the 1,000-pound squat at 220, when he comes out with his face beat red, with the beanie pulled down to here, eyes crossed, spitting at the bar, and that type of intensity is what I felt when I put on that flame beanie. And then it turned out to be cool at the Arnold to do a lift and throw it out in the crowd. And then after it was done, people would bring the beanie up and I'd sign it. But it got out of hand there. Everybody and their grandma had a flame beanie for a while. But nobody wears them anymore. You still got one? Probably.
Sure do, yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll bring it back. Who says? Well, I think. Well,
I wear it every now and then.
Yeah,
I wear it to compete.
Dave Hoff wore it in the WPO recently, and for for Chuck Vogelpool, that was really cool. So it's kind of brought him back already. So I need to get me one.
Maybe I got mine still.
I know you do. I haven't donned it in a while. I haven't donned it in a while. Maybe it'll be a game changer. Maybe that's something I need.
Well, maybe I'll let you borrow it.
Thank you.
It's got your autograph on it, though. I don't know if
that's
it's weird to wear a beanie with your autograph on it. Yeah, it's very true. I agree. Where were we at? How do you balance the shirted and raw training?
Shirted and raw training. When I speed bench, I'm raw, and when I'm shirted on max effort day, it's I usually put the shirt on a couple times a month. But now when I was doing those 7 meets a year and 1,000 pounds every meet, I was wearing the shirt all the time on max effort day, and on speed bench day I didn't wear it, so I wore it every day in training, and that's how I got good at it, by wearing it more times than one, and 4 times a month, and 52 weeks out of the year. I mean, always putting the shirt on and using it and handling heavy workloads in it. So. But then again, I was like, hey, I'm going to do a raw meet. I'm going to do a raw meet. So then I put the shirt down, train raw for 4 weeks, and most of the time get a tweak and twang, but that's kind of how it worked. Yeah. If I'm going to train raw, I train raw. If I'm going to go to a meet and bench in an equipped meet, I'm going to wear a shirt all the time in training. So if I'm going to go raw, then... But, usually after a meet, I would like to don the shirt and then focus on raw training, and I would always switch it up like that, just to keep it fun and keep the body guessing. So
Synth says, I'm laughing so hard at the response. I don't get basing a workout around hypothetical reps. It's so trendy. I feel like I'm sane again. That was an RPE question.
Yeah. Shirley.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Okay. Remy Shirley, thanks again, guys. Love this show. I have been drinking heavy every Thursday since Tiny Meeker.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, that tequila is still upstairs. I know Dave Hoff likes IPA beer. I wonder if we're going to have a beer. I'll have to ask him. I know, is that what he was drinking at the restaurant that time? IPA? He kept getting those.
I think so.
And I was drinking Crown and Cokes. and we're having queso and chips. Remember that? It was a good time.
It was a great day.
Yeah.
I absolutely.
I don't know if we're gonna. It's not like we're gonna have a guest on and drink every time. That's just the way the old ball bounced. I mean, Tiny is a tequila man, and I'm not a drinker, but it just so happened I had a bottle of tequila, and then c'est la vie. So, but yeah, I'm not a drinker. I'm just gonna admit I'm not a power drinker anymore. Back in the day, it used to be. I'd drink till 4 a.m, fifth of Jack. What was I doing? Fifth of Crown, and would party all night while everybody else was out dying, passed out, and I'm still going. And then, yeah, that was when I was younger and not smart. Thought I was smart, but
thought you had all the answers, huh? Many thanks both for the live stream. Thank you, Mr. Elite Entertainment, for tuning in every week. We appreciate you. Hunter's Powerlifting Life. Make America bench only again. LOL.
Make a bench, yeah.
No,
I coined the term in one of my videos many years ago. Make benching great again. So, and somebody put that on a T-shirt. Funny things I say, people, turn them into shirts and things. So yeah, it's fun.
And then our last comment
Todd
of the night from our friend Todd Beecraft. Hi, Todd. I'm laughing so hard picturing some gym goof wearing a diaper wanting to be thrown in the air like a baby.
Yeah. It happened today. Yeah. I don't know. Why was I even over there?
How was that? How did I miss all that?
Well, it was when
I might have been outside.
The guys want a Forza bench for the gym, so I'm the Forza connection up here with Giorgio Forza at Spokane. And I set them up to get a bench for the gym, and they waited 2 weeks too long. So now they were asking me for the contact information to get the bench. And there was this he's a cool dude. I don't know what he was doing at the gym, but he wanted me to throw him in the air. And I was
he
like,
just thinks you're so cool.
I know,
that's all.
but I wanted to try it. I haven't done it in a while. And I said, how much do you weigh? And before he could even tell me what he weighed, I had him up on my shoulder. And I was getting ready to throw him up like this. And then I realized I better not, because things
you could really hurt him.
Yeah, and we don't need a lawsuit.
We don't need that. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah. But, I used to, then after I did it, I said I used to do that at restaurants for free lunches, remember?
Yeah, I remember the first time that after that first meet when we went to Famous Dave's.
Yeah.
I think is what it was.
And they said
you had both the waitresses up like this, taking pictures.
And I got a free lunch. They said they give me a free lunch, so, hey, sometimes you got to do things for free food once in a while. And but I enjoyed doing it, picking up people. I was good at it. And I found out today I can pick up a 190-pound man like a little baby. Yeah. I just don't know if I throw him up in the air.
You hurt yourself though.
Well, it's just it's popping and cracking. That's why I'm doing this over here. It's a little tender. So we'll see how it works tomorrow. But like I said, hey, we're gonna shut this down. But like I said, next week, hopefully.
Tune in next week. You're not gonna want to miss this man.
This will be good, and we won't.
This is one amazing dude right there.
Yeah, and we're gonna get down with Dave Hoff.
Very entertaining, and very knowledgeable. It's gonna be a good episode.
It'll be a good time, and I'm looking forward to asking a lot of questions, and you guys too. In the comment section, feel free to ask questions, and we'll try to get to those as soon as possible. I don't think Dave wants to be on here for 2.5 hours, but we'll ask him. If he's got a timeline that he needs to get to bed, and we'll keep our question. We'll shorten our questions a little bit and take more from the audience, and let you guys pick his brain on lifting and any other questions that arise. It'll be fun. So
it'll be very cool.
Anyway, until next time.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us, and we will do it again. Thank you everybody for coming in here. Thank you for the super chat, and
appreciate it.
Be safe out there, and let's gather again next week and do it again.
Yep. Can't wait to see you next week.
Talk to you guys later.
Have a great night.
Good night.